Everybody, it's Chris over Dixon and Farm, and today I'm going to be talking to you about this free airplane. What? It's a free airplane for X-Plane. It is completely free. Guy was a Dash 8 pilot, which you know that's one of the planes that I fly in the sim. And during the slow times, he kind of taught himself how to build an airplane for X-Plane and has made it available for free. The Fairchild Metroliner 3. Sometimes called the Fairchild, Metro 3, sometimes called the Swearingen, something SA-227. This is a small regional turboprop airplane. Seats 20 people. There is one left in existence in America that still does a trip, and it's $50 ticket. There's uh, other places in the world where they do small hops all the time, and the plane is still used. But this plane is from the basically the 80s. It was made in the 70s, and up to I think 2000 is when they stopped. And interestingly enough, Fairchild was made at Farmingdale Republic Airport, I believe. That's one of the places they were based out of, which was one town over from my town that I grew up in. How neat! Fairchild. So, yeah, this plane is fantastic. So there are some mods out there already, plenty of different liveries. I tend to fly Continental because it is a defunct airline and it is fun to say Continental, Continental. And nobody's got a virtual airline, a fake airline um, that I know of that uses Continental. So I don't want to get confused for any of those people in those airlines. Makes my call sign stand out. So great. Let's take a look at the plane here. If we take a look, comes with a luggage cart as part of the thing to load up. We've got the stairs here. It's got a ground power, and look, they even put the delivery on the ground power unit. How neat is that? And then we've got cargo here as well. Very cool. Inside the plane itself, we've got this pop-up menu here that you activate over here with the menu. And so right now I've got the doors and baggage cart. So if we say close all this stuff and go outside real quick, we can see all the stuff close up. Neat. And inside we've still got ground power. And if we look at the back cabin here, the seats are modeled. And so are the smoking, non-smoking sign. And this is the way the real aircraft would be. You would actually be able to see two pilots working. Most freeware airplanes aren't a 3D cockpit, but this is, and you can remove and add the pedestals as needed. Some things are not modeled, some things are. And I actually had already done a flight from Statesville, North Carolina, which is my local airport, to Wilmington, North Carolina. And we did all of that slant alpha. Slant alpha means radio navigation, no GPS. Now you have the ability to actually change and add a GPS here, but we are trying to stay true to the era and also challenge ourselves. So the flight we are doing is a very small flight here. We are going from Wilmington to Myrtle Beach. And in this aircraft, which does get up to 250 knots, it should take a little under 20 minutes. It's a very quick flight. So what we're doing is we're picking up the VOR, the radial of 240 here, to capture the airway Victor 70, and we will travel that radial down and then pick up the 56 radial inbound and then go right outbound to on the 235 radial, and we're going to do a VOR approach. So the VOR approach, there's no procedure turn if we're coming in on that 54 radial from grandstand, which we are, and then it's got all these little markers. So at 7 miles we can drop down to 1600 feet, and at Jatboo we can do 640 feet. So that is neat. So the minimums down is to 560, and then you would circle and do whatever landing you want. So we're actually going to be circling out over the water and coming back in because I believe runway 36 is the favoring winds right now. So very simple flight, very simple inbound. And I'm going to do this on VATSIM. I'm going to log and do that flight plan real quick here, and I'll be back. TC Center, this is Continental 5522 at Wilmington. I'd like to pick up our IFR clearance.
Continental 5522 Washington Center, hello, you're cleared to the Myrtle Beach Airport. Radar vectors, Wilms, then as filed, maintain 3000, expect 6000, 1 service after departure. Departure is this frequency, squawk 0546.
Okay, radar vectors to Wilm, and then as filed, 3000, expect 6000, 10 minutes after departure, squawk 0546 for Continental 5522.
Continental 5522, read back, correct. You can, let's see here, you can expect runway 35 for departure by Surf Taxi.
Expecting runway 35, we'll be ready to taxi in just a minute. Alright, so you heard the guy. 0546 squawk, so we're going to put in 0546 here. And Continental 5522 at Wilmington is ready to taxi.
Continental 5522, runway 35, taxi via Echo.
Taxi via Echo to runway 35 for Continental 5522. Okay. So we just did a brake check.
Sorry, 760 Romeo, you said you want the RNAV practice approach for GPS 21, is that correct? You said 1249, cleared from Mount Vernon, visual runway 1. Mark 1227, contact New York 125.32. And Continental 5522, wind 1307, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Continental 5522.
Solid safety time 7, that is perfect. Maintain now 310 knots or greater, please. .310 or greater. .4625 Golf Washington Center, Dover, altimeter is 2998.
And rotate.
Here 927 for contact
Gear up.
altitude. We go 927 altitude pass. We go 927.
400, we can go ahead and
Roger, thank you. Climb maintain flight level 320.
let those flaps up.
5706 Romeo, do you want to take the approach from Ozo? Okay, 5760 Romeo. You can proceed direct Ozo, cross Ozo at or above 2,200. Practice approach RNAV runway 21 is approved. No separation services provided. Maintain PFR.
Washington Center, good morning. JetBlue 1402, flight level 250.
Continental 5522 south.
1700 for 3000, Continental 5522.
Continental 5522, roger, thank you. Maintain 6000.
Climb and maintain 6000, present heading, Continental 5522.
Jello 1402, wind, or correction, wind, what am I saying? Squawk 0560.
0560, JetBlue 1402.
Continental 5522, turn left heading 180.
Left heading 180 for Continental 5522. Hello? Okay. Bye. So, phone rang, but left 4180.
Southwest 8097, descend via the Corey for arrival, Philly altimeter 2996. Continental 5522, let's actually make it a 200 heading, and on that heading you can intercept Victor 213.
heading 200, and then intercept the radial for Continental 5522.
Southwest 8097, contact New York 125.32. We'll see you.
So you can see there we are. We're being
November
vectored around.
4625 Golf, contact New York 125.32. Continental 5522 is leaving airspace to the south. The Myrtle Beach approach is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good one.
Thanks for the service, Continental 5522. So we switch over to Unicom. He's got us, as you can see, this is delayed, but we're leaving the airspace and we're going to be capturing down to Myrtle Beach. And you can see the rivals, that's us. So, getting onto that radial. What's the next thing we need to do? We need to tune in the other radio. Somewhere around the 25-mile marker, we should be able to get onto the Grand Strand VOR. So we want to be above 2,000 when we get over the VOR. So we're just traveling along right now at 6,000, and we're watching the DME. We're 32 miles away. So somewhere around 18 miles out, we're going to start our descent. Now this airport right here is not the airport we're actually going to. That is North Myrtle Beach, so we're going to just fly right over it. One reason to not start our descent very early. But we are going to change our pressurization there of the cabin altitudes. That way we will decrease as we get there. Perfect. So you can see here, we've got the one airport. That's our airport back there. Once we get over the airport, then we'll start our descent a little bit more quickly. But right now over this airport, probably shouldn't do that. So we just passed over the VOR, and you can see at 7 miles past the VOR at LAMP, we can get down to above 1,600. So that is what we're going to dial in next here. But we're just going to go ahead and break off now anyway. We're going to turn off the autopilot.
Caution.
Get the first flaps in. Myrtle Beach traffic, this is Continental 5522. We are on the right downwind for runway 35, full stop, Myrtle Beach. So there's the airport right there. And what we're doing is we're just descending, getting configured here, and we'll be coming in on runway 35, just a visual. Entry, so that way it's nice and easy for us. Let's go ahead and get the gear down. Let's get our next thing of flaps. Myrtle Beach traffic, this is Continental 5522 on short final for runway 36, full stop, Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach traffic, this is Continental 5522, clear the active runway. We'll be taxiing to the gates via Alpha, Myrtle Beach. Here we are. What a great little flight. Landed a little hard, but other than that, I did pretty well. So for me learning this airplane, I've been doing butter landings quite a bit. So it's always good when you land hard to respect. Maybe you don't know quite what you're doing. Great little flight. Very happy. And now I got to go run off to Wendy's to pick up lunch for me and my wife. So everybody, thanks so much for watching. Take care.